All right, in the next couple of videos, we are going to be treating what we call asynchronous programming, whereby we'll be learning things like what callback function, we'll be learning async awaits, we're learning promises in JavaScript. So if you know how to do them before, if you know how to work with them before, don't worry, this one will be like a revision to you. And if you don't know how they works properly before and you really want to learn more about it, I'm going to show you everything in details. So in the next few videos, as I mentioned, these are going to be what are the topics we are going to cover. And then before then, I want to really explain to you why we should learn these things, because maybe you have been hearing programming, JavaScript as asynchronous programming, and you have been wondering, yes, okay, why should we learn this asynchronous programming? In general, what is asynchronous programming? So in these few slides, I'm going to take you through what is asynchronous programming. So a programming paradigm, that means a programming method that allows you to operate, to perform without blocking the execution of other tasks. So this English is as simple as you can read it from my screen, but maybe if you need explanation, I'm going to give you a real life example of how the things work. So number 2 says essential for handling tasks like file input and output, network requests, database operation efficiently, and increase the application responsiveness and performance, which is the main reason why you should learn how to work with asynchronous programming. So it says without blocking the execution of other tasks. So let's take, for instance, generally, you went to a restaurant, you and your friends, 2 other friends, so making you 3 people to have went to a restaurant. So one of you requested, the first person that requested for food requested for something that's not yet available. So when you requested for that something that's not yet available, instead of the waiter to come and take the remaining order from your other friends and go and get them the food, maybe those remaining 2 of your friends requested for food that's ready. You understand? It's your own that's not yet ready. Maybe they need to quickly do some things or quickly prepare it for you. So instead of that to happen, the waiter decided to take your first order because you are the one that first requested, and take it there. And then he waited there instead of him to even come back and tell you this the response, or this is what you are going to do, this the next thing. No, he waited there until your food is ready. And then during that time, you keep on waiting, your friends keep on waiting, nothing, no response from the waiter. And imagine that's how provoking will be. So until your food is ready, that's when the waiter returns, and he returns with your food. You understand the point? So then he now take the second person request also, and go there to go and bring the second person food also, and then take the last person request and go there to go and bring the last person request. So I don't know if to you it sounds normal, but for me it doesn't sound normal, because that's improper way of handling customers. Imagine not only you, imagine having like 50 people in a restaurant, and he needs to wait for someone's food to be ready before he even come back. Let's say it's just a single waiter, for instance, you understand? So, and he needs to wait for the single person to finish getting his food before he attended to another person, and other people, other customers will keep on waiting. So that method is what we call blocking. It's called blocking method. So in the other way around, whereby the person can come and take everybody order and then return the ones that are ready, and then maybe return a response that, okay, you that you have not yet received your food, this is what you are facing, so you can just give us a minute. You understand the point? So that method is what we call non-blocking. So asynchronous programming helps us to program in an asynchronous way, so in a non-blocking way. I believe now you understand my point. So maybe if client is requesting for a file, or maybe your client that is using your website is doing multiple tasks on your website, so one task won't wait for the other task to finish executing before it starts. So each one of them can run it together in a different way, in a non-blocking way. You understand my point? So that's why we should learn the asynchronous programming. So let's compare both of them, synchronous versus asynchronous. So synchronous tasks are executed one after the other. As I earlier mentioned, if you follow along my story or my narration, you will understand that synchronous tasks are executed one and after the other. As I mentioned, that something have to happen before the other one happen, which is not totally good. Yeah, sometimes you needed to do that, but it's not always the case at every time. So, and then why asynchronous tasks can start, pause, and resume independently without waiting for previous task to finish. That's just the differences. So I believe you now understand why you need to program asynchronously, because you don't want a client to be doing 2 things together and the other one need to wait for the first task to finish before it executes. You understand my point? So that's all you need to learn about what is asynchronous and synchronous programming. And in the next few videos, we are going to cover the things you need to be able to program in an asynchronous way. So we are going to be learning callbacks. We are going to be learning async awaits. We are going to be learning promises and stuff. So, and I believe you are going to understand and enjoy the video. See you in the next ones. Bye bye.